get me started, you know. Like, he feel like he never had my back. I feel like he never supported me. I feel like I was only in Dallas because of Jerry. You know, I never forget going into the office trying to express to him who I was. He never gave me an opportunity to be myself. He one of those guys, and yeah, I said it, Mr. Clapper. You know, but you know, I'm listening to him, you know, and I kind of interrupted him a little bit. I stood up and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Jones, you see that field down there?" I say, you think you can, I say, you think you can cover me? He said, nah, you'll destroy me. And I said, I said, so what makes you think that I can sit here and negotiate a contract with you? Just like that. And then right after that, he got talking about, you know, trades and things like that. I remember walking out there, motherfucker said, I'll take my chance. Trade. Yeah, I go to knock on his door. I go up there, knock on his door, but when he opened the door, he was like, come in. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I ain't never saw this motherfucker in this type. I ain't never in my life saw him react like this, ever in my life. He was like, I just got off the phone with Charlotte. You know, she gonna make sure everything is straight, gonna be cool. Charlotte texts me. And the way Charlotte texts me, I still got the message in my phone. The way she texts me was if, you know, I'm overreacting. And I was like, man, I know I ain't overreacting. I just said, I'm gonna take a motherfucking knee. Get to the locker room. Jerry come up in that motherfucker. First thing Jerry started talking about, basically, he was just saying, you know, speaking about his brand. Yeah, shit. We ain't for the fuck up his brand. Basically, what he's saying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna take a knee together. We're gonna do it before the national anthem. But in my brand, I'm like, that's defeating the purpose. Like, what's the point of us even doing it? So, and I'll never forget this, and I'm gonna say this too. Kayvon Frazier, he was a rookie at this time. That was our best special team player. It was a rookie. And I remember him putting his fist up. His ass did not dress up the next 2 weeks without pay. Did not. He was our best special teams player.
Yeah, here we go. Says on the beat, boy.
Cause he wanna light. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. Beautiful morning, nice and sunny out here in the DC area. And last night I had the privilege of listening to the Dez Bryant interview on the Pivot. If you haven't had an opportunity to go check it out, man, go check it out, man. Those guys, that's actually my favorite podcast to listen to because you're gonna get it raw, uncut, unfiltered, and they're gonna get things out of players that most people can't. You know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp has this thing going on with Club Shay, but when it comes to the players, when it comes to the mindset, when it comes to them actually being human beings, I think the Pivot really gets the most out of athletes. So shout out to them. And I think that Dez Bryant really in his interview, and this is what I wanted to touch on. He pretty much, and this was before the Cowboys lost to Green Bay, so you can kind of tell that. He really touched on the culture of the Dallas Cowboys, how they do business, how they do their operations, and it's really unfortunate, man. It's really unfortunate, and I keep saying it. And I did a video yesterday, and I said this exact same thing. The organization is why this team is soft. They neuter their players, man. They neuter who they truly are as football players, and they tried to neuter Dez. Dez was just so good. He was such a good player and he was in a position to where he had a little bit of leverage during his time in Dallas to where they couldn't neuter him the way that they really wanted to. Their way of neutering him was trying to phase him out of the offense and make it seem like he couldn't beat certain teams or he couldn't run routes or he couldn't do this. And you can hear him throughout the interview talking about how they're giving him BS routes. and how, they tried to hold him down during the contract year. He talked about Jerry trying to, when he fired his whole agent team, the marketing team and all of that stuff, because he felt like they were in cahoots with the Joneses. He talked about how Jerry tried to negotiate with him without an agent. And you guys got that clip and you heard it, man. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game, man. And it's really unfortunate how the organization acts. Now, I look at it, and a lot of people look at Cole Beasley as if he's sour grapes with his time in Buffalo and how, brought him joy. You listen to Dez talk about going to Baltimore and how his time there, it brought him joy. They're most known for being Cowboys, but when you listen to them, it's just different how these organizations, how they run. Now, it's not like the Buffalo Bills have won anything. They're in the same boat that we are. But it sounds like Cole Beasley was a lot happier because he didn't have to deal with all of the BS off the field. He didn't have to, all of the BS that these guys in circles they have to go through, man. That's fatigue right there. You can't possibly expect these guys to always play their very, very best, man, because they have to jump through hoops for this ownership. It's almost like a game, man. It's like a power struggle game with these guys, man. No true player should really have to go through that. Like I told you guys a long time ago, I'm a fan because of the players, not because of this organization. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've stuck with this team, because I really want to see our players win. But Jerry and that front office, man, all of the games that they play, man, you just don't hear about these certain things anywhere else. Now, the biggest thing that stuck with me was the whole anthem situation. He talked about like how they had about like 15 to 20 meetings talking about the same thing where the players were going to kneel. And Jason Garrett seemed like a master of panic during that situation, not knowing what he was going to do. And Jerry had to come in and put his foot down. Dez talked about how he spoke out about it, and how Dez pretty much quoted it was, we got to go home with all of this. Y'all spoke for us, but y'all don't got to live through our community calling us coons and calling us sellouts and all of that type of stuff, and y'all spoke for us. I really felt that, man, because I felt that as a fan, and I still feel that as a fan. But I let it be known I'm here because of the players, man. Do I know there's something funny with the ownership and the organization? Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, I do. And the reason I'll say this is it's not like the organization shows us content creators love. They'll watch our stuff, take our ideas and stuff like that, but they don't show us love for real. You know what I'm saying? The reason I know that is you look at Law Nation, the biggest independent cowboy YouTuber out there. You think they give him field access? You think they let him in during camp and all that stuff? Hell, I know somebody with closing up on 10,000 subs in Washington, and they let him have all that access. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they give a damn about what we say anyway. It's not like they give a damn about what our opinions are. They're going to run things the way that they want to run things. And I think that's the biggest thing that I really got out of that interview. We can't win because they won't get out the way. We can't win because they rather neuter our players than allow them to be who they are. We can't win because they've created a culture that the brand is more important than football. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as winning. I get how business works, but when you mix business and football, and if you're trying to win, you know what I'm saying, the brand can't be bigger than the operation. And that's what it's been for the last 27 years. You heard it from Dez himself. That's what it is, and that's why we can't win. Doesn't matter who we bring in as a coach. We brought in Bill Parcells, and the brand was bigger than him. You guys want Belichick? You guys want Harbaugh? You got, the players are just going to have to overcome all of this stuff because it's not going to be because of the organization. The organization isn't going to it isn't going to make it easier on them. They're going to put obstacles in their way. And that's what I learned from all of that, guys. The organization, the brand, the brass. That's what matters in Dallas. They can care less about winning games. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Give me your comments in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.